we hope you enjoy the show. Now, on paper, it certainly looks as though it will be an interesting game.
Hi, everybody. I just can't wait for things to get underway. The expectation is killing me.
A quick glance at the player stats, and you soon realize that these two teams are years apart.
What a nice day. Perfect Blood Bowl weather, Bob.
Yes, Jim, ideal weather for a game of Blood Bowl. Though I'm not sure it will end nicely for all the players.
Did you know that a skink devised a very special tactic?
No? What was it?
To avoid losing the ball, he swallowed it and then made for the opposition end zone. That little trick came to an end the day a troll got hold of him.
That's it. The ball's in play. There's gonna be trouble. Whoa! Great catch!
The ball stuck to his fingers like a fly sticks to a piece of...
Thanks, Jim, for that detailed analysis.
Now there's one that won't be coming back in a hurry.
Jim, I have a question for you. Which team was crowned the worst team ever in the Spike magazine?
The Streisand Vampires.
That's right, Jim, and they all got staked by their fans.
That's all true, Bob, but they re-emerged last year with a new vampire lord, Bracul von Streisand, and they were quickly voted Rookie Team to Watch. Right hook was worthy of a black orc.
You're telling me it'll take a while to get over it. There was a time when the colleges of magic hadn't yet ruled on limiting wizard assistance to teams.
Who could forget the infamous 2472 Quagmire incident, when rampant spellcasting caused the entire Bright Crusaders Stadium to sink into the earth?
Nobody could forget that. People were blinded for miles around the stadium.
If it wasn't for the blood flowing from his nose and mouth, you'd swear he was having a rest. The referees guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided. Fortunately for that player, medicine has come on leaps and bounds since your days, Bob.
I hope so, Jim. Yes, I hope so.
And don't forget, children, don't try and do this at home. Remember, these are seasoned professionals.
Well, one of them is anyway. That reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
Corruption so widespread that the Referees Guild has set up rules concerning where, when, and how one can accept a bribe.
Under an agreement signed last season, clubs are not allowed to offer less than the going rate.
The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust with crippling debts.
And with the cost of doping and bribery on the rise, the problem won't be going away. It seems this player does all the talking with the fists.
And they clearly know how to get heard.
The ball is in his hands.
Ah! The vampires! At last! A team with class!
Not that you're biased, being a vampire and all.
Not at all!
Now, skinks are about as stupid as you can get. Each time I played against them, they thought I was an opponent, when of course, it was them.
Yes, I see. He checked that move.
Made him look stupid, you mean?
Nice left punch, right on the nose.
Sure was, Jim. It's broken now. Ouch! Right in the face. The other guy couldn't dodge that one.
Doesn't look like he'll be getting back on his feet too soon.
He should be up before next week's match. Strange that the Lizardmen don't win more matches. They've got players that are fast on their feet and others that are quite strong.
Yeah, but they've also got players that are weak and others that can't pick up a ball.
Yeah, I suppose we look at it from that angle. Nice move. This is really agile. The opponent couldn't do anything. Interception.
Has he got telescopic hands or what?
As soon as he throws his first punch.
We know the opponent will be out for lunch.
All vampire teams do suck.
Blood, of course. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, Jim, we can agree that they are not the greatest teams out there.
Well, Bob, they do have a huge disadvantage. I mean, all that blood-sucking and all.
What a bad idea. The player dodges the block but receives a dozen from angry fans.
We won't see that player for some time. Wow! I can tell you straight, that hurts. People say that the Lizardmen were the first practitioners of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I heard that recently. Probably explains why they're so good at it.
That hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on Cablevision.
In a game as physical as this, the player is really in the right place.
Exactly. It's really ugly.
Ha-ha! Stunned!
What an idiot!
I've heard of teams that have simply disappeared after being abandoned by their supporters.
Let's say that some teams who haven't won a match for several years have been tied up by their fans and thrown into rubbish containers.
It's the only way to end a downward spiral.
They're getting dangerously close to the end zone.
Throws up a real mixed bag.
Like the motley horde is made up of a bunch of misfits.
Yeah, can't be easy to coach those cast-offs every day of the week.
Finally, there's one that lets his biceps do the talking.
Yeah, but from his opponent's point of view, it was a short conversation.
after a Chaos Cup victory.
That's it. Get rooted down for because when the catches cycle itself, the mirror or puck gets rooted to the spot.
Not easy to handle that. The Lizardmen don't win more matches. They've got players that are fast on their feet and others that are quite strong.
Yeah, but they've also got players that are weak and others that can't pick up a ball.
Yeah, I suppose we look at it from that angle. Time for some high-quality Blood Bowl gameplay.
If you call fondling thralls and neck-biting as high-quality gameplay, then yes. But not all of us are into that sort of thing, Jim.
Oh, really, Bob? As if propelling snotlings downfield is any different.
Yeah, Jim. Sure is different to me. More blood on the pitch to start with.
That's right, Bob. Here we go again for another bloodbath.
Technically, that was a perfect catch.
know that vampire teams have experimented with using vials and flasks to satisfy the need for blood on the pitch, but it has always ended in failure, as there is always a block or tackle that sends the container crashing to the ground.
That's right, Jim. I remember back in 2481 when the Gregan Counts faced off against the Dark Forest Iron Hoover. The match was abandoned when the Minotaurs and the Vampires spent the entire second half trying to drink the blood that was spilt over the pitch.
Oh, I remember that match well, Bob.
That's why they started to field thralls instead. Living containers.
A recent medical report stated that cerebral hemorrhages were less frequent in Blood Bowl players. Amazing when you come to thinking.
Not really, when you consider that brains are also less frequent. Blood Bowl is reputedly the toughest of all sports.
So they say, but it really only comes down to taking a few hits. What violence!
Yes! It's a great spectacle, Bob. Did you know that a skink devised a very special tactic?
No? What was it?
To avoid losing the ball, he swallowed it and then made for the opposition end zone. That little trick came to an end the day a troll got hold of him. Look over there. Some cute little elf beauties are selling big moot sandwiches in the stands.
Hey, I'm off to get one. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
And so now you like big moot sandwiches?
No way! A little elf beauty? Yeah. Looks like he could do with a blood transfusion.
They'll have to cauterize it first.
The player has got the ball, and now he's the main target.
That was a hospital pass.
Are these guys pros?
This player was really strong. Do you think they have some troll blood in them?
Could be. Or maybe his opponent shouldn't speak that way about the family.
Doping is really endemic in this sport.
Isn't it written into the game rules? Ouch! That punch knocked his teeth down his throat.
Yes, Jim, that's never a nice sight.
Hold still and then pow! Right in the face. People say that the Lizardmen were the first practitioners of Blood Bowl.
Yeah, I heard that recently. Probably explains why they're so good at it.
He made picking that ball up look easy.
We could be in for a ding-dong battle. The opposition combined to that score.
Well, for the moment, they're both back on equal terms. Typical of the referee. The players just get warmed up and he brings them off the field.
I reckon that several players will appreciate a few minutes rest.